Okay. So, in addition to delightful improv in its freeform version, we also do murder mystery type improvisational excitement. So, what we're going to do is we're going to close off tonight because we still have a few minutes left for our performance. And what we're going to do, we're coming in to say farewell to our dear friend Gustav. This is how we start off all of our oh wait, no, we're accusing the murderers. That's what's going on. So we'll have this here, and so what we're going to do is we're going to be accusing each other of the horrible ways that poor Gustav died, and so we're going to need, whenever someone places their hand on the chair, you kind of fill in the blank. So, I killed Gustav with a giant bear. It was ravenous, and I did it while swimming near
Mexico. And
so forth.
Yeah, you really hung up on that Mexican porn. Yes, the bear is in the water, then Pedro goes in, and hilarity ensues.
Okay, so I guess I'll start us off here. Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Jonathan P. Ransons, and I have brought you here because I, using the power of medical science, have discovered the murderer of dear Gustav.
God, not this guy again.
Of course! It was you, sir!
Me?
Yes! Come up here and tell me your name!
I'm Colonel Rutherford B. Rutherford III. My friends call me Nancy.
Well, Nancy!
I didn't say you were my friend.
Well, I am now, through the power of medical science!
Oh, dear God.
Now, Nancy, it was you! You were the one who killed Gustav!
And how could you possibly get to that conclusion?
It happened on Thursday night! Thursday, when the two of you were driving together inside of your inflatable...
Doggy wagon.
Inside of your inflatable doggy wagon! That's right, the one that you and Gustav so loved to drive in. Yes.
The Wienermobile. Yes.
While you were in the Wiener Dogmobile, you pulled out your trusty
Spatula,
and with it you pierced the side of the wagon, sending it flying whimsically across the road, at which point you crashed into a
jackal.
And then the jackal leaped upon Gustav's face and destroyed it. His face, and then subsequently he died. That is what I was able to discover with my medical science.
Very compelling story, sir.
Yes.
But there's only one thing wrong with it. Well, I do have a tendency to drive the Wiener Dogmobiles, even with Gustav in it. There's only one flaw to your logic, sir.
What's that?
It's very simple. My spatula was not the one found at the scene. Everyone knows that my spatula is kept carefully in a drawer next to my
Stool sample.
Next to my stool sample.
Why, as a medical scientist, was I not able to discover this?
You didn't have the key to the drawer. No, sir, your theory is about as holy as SpongeBob. I'm terribly sorry, sir, but I was not the one who killed Gustav, but I do know the man who was.
Who, sir?
I know exactly who he was. It was, where the hell is he sitting? There he is. It was Aaron Daniels.
What?
He was the one who murdered Gustav.
Why in the hell would I kill that bastard?
Greed. Gustav had everything. He had the mansion, the millions, the restaurant you so coveted. I know exactly how he died. On Thursday night, Gustav, after I dropped him off in the inflatable Wienermobile, Gustav went down to the kitchen to take care of a few last-minute details on that huge catering job that he was doing for the clowns.
I remember that. There's a lot of balloons.
Yes. Well, the clowns, that's how he referred to the Conservative Party. And I knew exactly what happened. There was Gustav slaving away in that kitchen. You snuck up behind him and saw your perfect opportunity to rid yourself of that thorn in your side.
That's a nice thing.
Yes. So you reached over into the counter and grabbed the first thing you grabbed, and you grabbed the...
Rubber chicken.
You grabbed the rubber chicken. Struck Gustav swiftly on the head, and when he turned around to see what the squeak was, you rammed it down his throat, suffocating him. And that's where they found him. that rubber chicken down, shoved down his throat, head first in that pot of Brazil. In that pot of Brazil. Gustav never did tell me what was exactly in that dish. But that's the reason why, and that's how you killed him.
Well, unfortunately for you, I didn't kill Gustav. You see, I was trying to kill Gustav that night. I did rub a chicken down someone's throat. Unfortunately, it wasn't Gustav. It was
Chuck Norris.
It was Chuck Norris.
Oh.
And thank
Dear
God,
God, Chucky, no!
thank God I killed him before he could get to me. You know, I've heard he has a fist in his beard. Anyways, it could not have been me. You know who it was? It was the guy who started this whole stupid interrogation process. It was that doctor, what I don't really care what your name
Dr.
is.
Jonathan P. Ransom, attorney at law, or magical science, whatever I am.
Do you even know what you are?
I, sir, am a god among the ladies.
And I think you're drunk.
Let me just say that they enjoy when I use my stethoscope.
Just a moment here. Didn't you say you work primarily in a morgue?
Can you take a few steps back that way?
Of course.
I thought I smelled formaldehyde.
Anyways, I know you killed Gustav. You know why you killed Gustav?
Why, sir?
Because you want to examine that dead body of his with that stethoscope. Whatever that word is.
Leave those words for him. He's a master of medical science.
You know my one-true weakness for corpses. Go on.
See, I know. This was all the way down. It was in the town of...
Gonorrhea.
In the town of Gonorrhea down in Mexico. So you picked up the first object you could find. You picked up a...
Rat trap.
You picked up a...
Rat trap.
A rat trap! And you laid out a trap that unfortunately it caught Gustav a little south of the border. As he screamed in pain, you grabbed him by one throat, and with the other hand, you grabbed...
A prostitute.
You grabbed a prostitute, and you forced that prostitute's skull into his skull, killing both of them at the same time. It wasn't very nice to kill the second person.
Yes, it's all true, but it was all from medical science. How else could I know what syphilis could do to a man? It was necessary. Necessary, I tell you! You don't know what it's like working in a morgue, having no one to love, and then the voices in your head, the voices always telling you, always saying, you can't be trusted. So I did it. I killed him in cold blood, and then I examined his body with 3 scalpels.
Just a moment here, sir. Is it, I know this is a horrendous crime, we must contact the police, but I need to ask, is it true what they said about Gustav?
About what?
Well, it started out as locker room rumors, but I heard something about him that was quite intriguing. I heard medical science was a harsh mistress.
It is indeed! It is indeed!
God, I must get away from you. The formaldehyde fumes are really affecting me.
Well, I suppose you could say that it is true. That it was a harsher mistress to him than it was to me.
Well, obviously, he's dead.
Well, obviously, by killing him, you did me a favor. So on one final note, I have to say to you, morality is temporary. Knowledge is forever.
Very
So good on
fitting.
you.